In this futures masterclass, I'm going to teach you everything you need to know to get started in trading futures. Is it lucrative? Is it risky? What are the basics? And some simple strategies you can use along the way. Let's jump into it. All right, guys, in this class, this is going to be good for you whether you're a beginner trader just finding out what futures are, intermediate, or if you're advanced. It's going to be a little bit of a refresher course for you, if you will. Now, what I want you to do here is really quickly just smash that like button. It's the only ticket to admission, and let's jump into this right now. Guys, go to the comment section and leave me your best pattern and or strategy that you like to trade, and what's your best P&L day? All right, guys, Futures Trading Masterclass 2025, Secrets to Success for Beginners and Pros. In this video, everyone can benefit from it. A little bit of a refresher for the more experienced people and some brand new information for those of you who are brand new. This is a good guide for you to start from A to Z on how to get started with trading futures. Let's go ahead and jump into it. Smash that like button and subscribe to the channel for me. Hit the notification bell so you're alerted when I upload my next video. Let's go. In this video, you're going to learn why futures trading can be lucrative, but also risky, what futures are, the basics of trading futures, current market environment and its influence on the futures trading, a simple strategy that you can start using as early as today or tomorrow whenever the futures market opens up for you as a beginner, and common pitfalls for beginners. And that's going to be absolutely key because it's common pitfalls that always screw up beginners' trading journeys and causes them to quit rather quickly. Now, why trading futures can be lucrative but also risky? It can be lucrative because futures trading allows for high leverage, potentially amplifying returns on small market movements. This can lead to significant profits if predictions are correct. You can trade micro futures with as little as $50 or minis with as much or as little as $500 with discount futures brokers. I've had people in the comment section in the past tell me, Jesse, no, you can't trade futures with 50 or 500 bucks. That's asinine. You need to have $15,000, $20,000, $30,000, $40,000 in your bank account, in your broker account to be able to have access to one mini. No, maybe if you're trading with E-Trade, but if you're trading futures with a discount futures broker like Ninja or Trade-Evate, you can start with as little as $50 to $500 depending on the contracts that you're going to trade. But better than that is you can start trading minis with as little as 30 to 100 bucks, to be honest. Oh, Jesse, now you're BSing. No, I'm not. If you go the prop firm route, aka funding company route, you can do that. Depending on what special they're having and what company it is, with coupon code all caps JESSEW, you can have access to a $50,000 trading account where it'll be an evaluation, obviously. And once you pass it, you'll be able to trade a mini or two or three or four or five, and all you spent was probably $150 when it all came down to it. So it is lucrative. Because if you're trading your cash account, you can start off with as little as 50 to 500 bucks. And if you're trading in an evaluation and then a funded account with a prop firm, you're probably going to spend anywhere from 100 to 150 bucks in total, give or take, depending on the evaluation and the company and current discount that they're available with that company. With my code Jesse, JESSEW, all caps, you'll get the deepest discount available with my funded futures, with Take Profit Trader, with Purity of Capital, with Apex, with Earn to Trade, and more. So make sure you use that. Now, risky. Why is it risky? Well, it's especially risky if you're trading, over leverage. The same leverage that can result in profits can also result in losses, often exceeding the initial investment. The fast-paced nature of futures markets require quick decision-making, and market volatility can be unforgiving. This is why I always suggest to start out with micros when trading in a small cash account, or again, better yet, starting with a prop firm where your cash is not at risk. This is absolutely crucial because you can get caught with your pants down. How? Well, if you're brand new, you probably don't even know what CPI is or CPI data day, stuff like that. Just last week, CPI came out and we had a 3-minute candle that moved easily almost 200 points. You're talking about if you were short one mini at the time that news came out, you exposed yourself to up to $4,000 in losses. Where if you were in a prop firm environment in an evaluation, no big deal. You would have just maybe blown up the account at worst. And if you were in a funded account, the same would have happened. Your hard-earned capital would not have been at risk. So keep that in mind. This is how do you mitigate risk. And if you're trading with a cash account at Trade-Evate or Ninja, if you're starting out, just trade those micros. Trade the micros in the prop as well. but that's just me. What are futures? Futures, the definition of futures are, it's an agreement to buy or sell an asset at a set price on a future date. They're traded on exchanges like the CME group, right? It's contracts that are going to be exactly how I just described, and you trade them on the CME, and that's all there is to that. Now, how do they work? It's a tool used to speculate on future prices. Traders speculate on future prices of commodities, indices, or currencies. Contracts are standardized in terms of quantity, quality, and delivery time. Most are settled in cash rather than physical delivery, meaning you won't have to buy, 100 ounces of gold or 100 barrels of crude. The basics of trading. When you're opening up an account, choose a broker known for futures. If you're going to trade a cash account, you want to make sure, don't go out there and open up an E-Trade account or a Charles Schwab account to trade futures. Choose a broker that is known for trading futures. That way you have competitive fees, good leverage, okay? You have access to more tools for that simple task, which is trading futures. You're going to get a more robust platform. My favorites for this are TradeOvate and NinjaTrader. If you want to trade crypto futures with a cash account, my next favorite one, and you could do it on those, but it's going to be Interactive Brokers. Check out the description and comment section of this video for a link to Interactive Brokers crypto trading. You can read more there. Click the link. Go over there and read more about that. The next thing you must understand is understanding leverage. Futures use margin, meaning you can control larger amounts of capital with very little amount of your own capital, but this increases risk. So you have to be careful. You have to understand that leverage. Contract specifications. Learn the contract sizes, tick sizes, and expiration dates to trade effectively. For an example of this is we're going to use the NQs. The NQ Mini, each tick is a $5 deviation. Each point is $20, meaning if you're long one contract, one mini contract of NQ, and NQ is currently at 20,100 and it goes to 20,101, you're up on your unrealized P&L $20. If it goes up to 20,102, you are now up $40. If you were long two contracts, well, you're long those two contracts, now you're up $40. And if instead of going up 2 points, it went down 2 points, well, your negative unrealized P&L has a $40 loss on it. You need to learn this and you need to remember it. If you're trading the micros, just drop a zero. It's no longer $20 per point, it's $2 per point that you're going to see on your unrealized P&L and when you close out your trade on your realized P&L. Please take note of that. And that's when you're trading the NQs. When you're trading the ES, it is $5 for the micros and $50 for the minis. So make sure that you're paying attention to that. It's absolutely essential. Current market environment and its influence on futures trading. Economic indicators are extremely essential. Macro news is super important. With inflation trends, interest rate decisions, and geopolitical events affecting markets, futures provides a way to hedge or speculate on these changes. Currently, we have inflation ticking higher, a hot jobs market, which is not helping slow inflation, which by consequence, all combined is making it so that the Fed is looking to not lower rates in 2025 as much as they had pre-planned. They had initially pre-planned 2025 to have 4 rate drops. Right now, we're on pace for 2 rate drops according to the Fed. This meant that the market was going to be in a state of tightening, and they didn't like that, and we had some major drops to begin the year. Futures market impact. This is causing concerns that the Fed won't lower rates again this year, which keeps causing spikes in the 10-year Treasury yield and tech selling off. This has made it very lucrative to be short the NQ intraday for the most part because there have been some aggressive bounces after big drops. Crypto market is absolutely insane. Well, it has gone absolutely insane for like the last 24 months or so. This has been adding another layer of opportunity and volatility considering depending on your trading strategy when it comes to crypto. If you want to look into trading crypto futures, check out the link in the description section to Interactive Brokers. Now, you do remember I said we were going to go over a simple strategy. One of the simplest strategies for me that I like to trade and I like to share with people is trading chart patterns. I do trade other different strategies like different setups, But as far as patterns go, I like to trade chart patterns, meaning I like bull flags, bear flags, U-shapes. I like ascending and descending wedges, and so on and so forth. One of the simplest patterns you could ever learn to trade is going to be the bull flag setup. And there are various ways to trade any of these patterns. The bull flag setup itself has at least 3 ways of trading it. I personally traded 3 different ways. We're just going to go over one way here. And one of the simplest ways to trade it, especially for newer traders, to minimize risk to the downside is when you identify yourself a bull flag, you want to see big volume on the flag pull, which is this part here. And during the consolidation process, you want to see decreasing volume. Now, how do you minimize risk? We just went over how to identify the bull flag. How do you minimize risk on this? Is by being able to get long inside the flag. Why? Because if you're long from inside the flag, your stop loss is going to be just underneath the flag, meaning this lower trend line zone, your stop is under that. Not at it, not a quick little break like this. No, it's under it. So you got to give it some wiggle room because volatility is a thing, and volatility is where we make our money. You can get long, stop loss, and then you can take profits as you break out. Now, if you get long, I'm going to teach you how to manage risk here. If you get long up here in the bull flag or up here in the bull flag, your stop loss is still down here because that's where the pattern is invalidated. If you get long inside the bull flag in here, or in here, or in here, or anywhere in here, your stop loss is still down here. But by getting long closer to the stop zone, you're able to increase your size. Why? Your risk is going to be a dollar amount that you can keep the same across the board. So the only thing that's going to change is the amount of size, the amount of contracts and or shares or whatever you're trading, because you can trade this in anything from futures to crypto to penny stocks. That's the only thing that's going to change. So if you're long from in here and your stop is down here, you could probably have more contracts than if you were long from up here. Because if you're long from up here, your stop loss is still down here. But if you have 10 contracts here and you have 10 contracts up here, well, if you get stopped out here from 10 contracts, entry here, stop in here, it's not the same loss as if you were to get long 10 contracts here and stop out down here again, right? You're going to lose much more that way. So maybe here you can grab 10 contracts. Maybe up here you can only grab 3. You can only grab 4. Or maybe you can only grab 3 contracts here. Up here you can only grab 1. Okay? This is just giving you an example. That's how you mitigate and manage risk. Now, how do you take profits on a bull flag? When you start to break out and up and out of that flag, you can begin to take profits up in front of this high. Now, here comes another tidbit for you. If you only have 1 mini contract, kind of sucks because you're going to take profit here. You're going to be like, oh man, it kept going. I should have held on. Your job is not to capture the entire move. Never is, never will be. It's to identify high probability setups, patterns, take those trades and manage that risk if you're wrong. But one way to stay in these winning trades is by being able to scale out. You cannot scale out of 1 contract, meaning don't trade 1 mini, trade 10 micros. Now you have the same risk if you had 1 mini, but you're going to be able to stay in this trade longer because you can take 5 off up here, hold on to 5 and scale out of those 5 and 2 or 3 more take profits as they push up higher, keeping you in a winning trade longer, helping put more money in your pocket. So there you have it. You have a simple, surefire way of how to trade a bull flag. There are more ways how to trade them, and I teach those and much more in my courses, both my day trading course where I teach you how to trade stock and options, or my futures course. If it were me, I'd grab the full curriculum where you learn how to trade everything, because a well-balanced trader knows how to trade every vehicle that's available to them, be it shares of a stock, options contracts, or futures contracts. Check out the link in the description and comment section of this video, and there'll be a coupon code to my courses as well. Now, very important, common pitfalls for beginners. Guys, a lot of times you'll start off as a trader, as a brand new trader, and 6 weeks down the line, 6 months down the line, you say the stock market, the futures market, the crypto market, it's all a scam. Everybody's out to get me. I can't make money on this because they just keep stealing my stop losses and all sorts of stuff you're going to hear and be said on social media. The reality is you keep falling for pitfalls that all new traders fall for: over leveraging, ignoring expiry dates on contracts, emotional trading, and then a tremendous lack of education. Stop over leveraging. Starting with too much leverage can lead to quick account depletion. Start with small positions to learn the market's rhythm. If you have zero clue how to trade, then start with micros. Even if trading in an evaluation or a prop firm, start with micros. There's no rush to pass a test. Just take your time. It doesn't matter if you see somebody else pass an evaluation and go to a funded account at a prop firm in 24 hours or 36 hours or in 1 week, if it takes you 3 months to do that, that's perfectly fine. That just means that you lost less money, because if you try to speed it up, you're going to spend more money on evaluations than if you slowed it down and took your time and learned the process. You're not going to learn and become a successful trader in weeks or months. It's not going to happen despite what your favorite social media influencer told you. It's not how this works. That's not how any of this works. Ignoring expiring dates. These contracts expire, and when they expire or start getting closer to the expiration date, the new contracts roll out. And all the volume goes to those new contracts, and the old contracts have smaller volume, way less volume. I had somebody reach out to me very recently and ask me here on social media, on YouTube specifically, why they entered a position and they got immediately destroyed. And it turned out, after a few questions back and forth, that it was because they were trading expired or contracts that were expiring that same day, and it was on the NQ. They're not going to have any volume. And that means they're going to have giant spreads, meaning you can enter a position on a mini and be down $200, $300, $400 like this in the blink of an eye because of the spread on it. That doesn't make any sense. You don't know what I'm talking about with spreads? Please go through the courses. There's some free ones in the description and comment section of this video that'll help you with the terminology. Emotional trading. Some of the worst losses, some of the worst days, the biggest blowups I've ever had have been on emotional trading days. Now, the difference between me and possibly you, a newer trader, is that at this stage in the game, I catch myself right before going on tilt. No one's exempt from going on tilt, and I have gone on tilt, but I can start to catch myself when I start to see that it's coming, and I can shut down my computer, step away, and go relax, come back later with a level-headed, mind, so that I can sit down and pay attention without giving into emotions and just clicking the button, having tunnel vision and sweating crazy because I'm a disaster, because I'm trading emotionally. Trade your plans, trade like a computer, don't trade like an emotional wreck. One of the reasons that we're emotional a lot of times is because, well, we might not know what we're doing in that given moment, or because you just lack education. Jumping into trading without understanding the basics, how to manage risk, how to trade basic patterns is a surefire way of giving up within just a few weeks. So get educated. You don't want to pay for courses. Hey, whatever, man. It is what it is. Do you? But at least get educated. Go out there and eat 1,000 hours of free content online, and pray to God that you find good one. I mean, I'll tell you, my channel is good for that. I have a bunch of free videos on here in the description section. I think I have some there. If not, just go to my page and you can check out my playlist. I have new trader playlist. You can go through all of that. There's probably a few hundred videos on that one alone, but it's a lot. And this takes time. You're not going to become a profitable trader in a few weeks or a few months. It's not going to happen. And that's it for me today, guys. Any questions, drop them in the comment section below. Thank you very much for watching. Smash that like button, subscribe to the channel, and I hope to catch you on another one. Peace.